welcome to the Irish in the UK. This week we're coming to you from Luton for St Patrick's Day Parade. It's going to be a fantastic occasion. The sun is shining, the atmosphere is building, the crowds are out in their thousands, and the parade has just begun. So sit back and relax as I take you out and about in Luton.
This is my homeland, my heart is here. These are the voices I long to hear. No matter how far I may roam, I have a homeland, I have a home. This is my homeland, my heart is here. These are the voices I long to hear. No matter how far I may.
Nola, can you tell me, what's the tie-up between Luton Forum and St Patrick's Day Parade?
Luton Irish Forum has been organising the St Patrick's Parade in Luton now for 20 years, so it's our 20th anniversary this year.
Now, of course, you had a massive parade today and the sun was shining as well.
It was. After a blustery few days, we were delighted, and it certainly brought out the crowds. We had several hundred in the parade, including floats, vintage cars, walking troops from the county associations, the GAA, and then some really entertaining individual entries from Mrs Brown, Westmeath County Council, and a few others. So we've got our main stage, which is outdoors in Market Hill, and we've got an indoor stage in the Mall Shopping Centre, and the Mall have actually kindly become a main sponsor this year. So we've got that under the guardianship of Jerry Byrne MC and Jim Carraway from Luton Irish Live, and we've got some fantastic talent from local Irish dancing groups and also groups have travelled across specially for the weekend, including Riggs and Jeels, Kings of Connacht, Matthew O'Donnell, who's an up-and-coming country star, and then we've got the Galway Trad Group, plus local groups called the Walsh Academy, Finbar Conway Academy, Tirsha, and several more.
Tell me a little bit about Luton Irish Forum. I know you do wonderful work here for the Irish community in Luton.
Thank you. We've been running now 22 years. So we actually were formed in the town hall where we're standing today. The Luton Borough Council gave us a room, and it was a meet-up on a Saturday with the Irish papers and a cup of tea or coffee. And then it graduated into when they were able to give us a premises at the Drill Hall. And then we were supported by the Connolly Foundation to have our own building, and about 8 years ago we redeveloped into now a 3-storey building, which is fully accessible and very close to the town centre, and we have up in 2,000 people coming in a month for a variety of reasons. So it's either for welfare services, including Irish passports, help with welfare benefits, helping people to maximise their income, helping them with their accommodation situations. We have 12 social clubs, so ranging from a baby and toddler group to computer class, bingo, you name it, we have it. So there's something for everybody. And
you've got a big Irish community here.
The census says it's 6,500, but we think it's closer to 20, and that's because people don't, second and third generation don't identify as Irish. I think only 11% identify.
Now, I know you come from County Clare. Yes. How long have you been here in Luton?
I've been here 22 years, and came over for 6 months and met my husband, and I settled and love it. And we've a great community that we're part of that makes me feel that you're very, you belong.
Well, lovely to see you today, Nolette, and many congratulations to you. I think it's a great tribute to you, the way that everybody's turned out, the wonderful parade you've put on here today, and the great work you do for the Irish community here in Luton.
Thanks very much.
Sanjeev, can you tell me what's your connection with the Irish Luton and St Patrick's Day Parade?
Okay, so over a number of years, my temple Shri Guru Ravidas Sangat has been working with the Irish Forum, and where we've been working with them is through Indian cooking classes that we set up at the temple, and we've been teaching the Irish Forum how to cook authentic Indian food. And from the classes we found a real good dialogue between our members and the Irish community members, and we found that both communities, they went through the same kind of problems in settling in England, being both immigrant communities, and there be discrimination, getting good schools for the children and supporting families back home. So these are the kind of challenges that both communities went through, and through the classes it's really helped build a really good friendship with both organisations.
And of course there's a great spirit between the Indian community and the Irish community here in Luton.
So Luton's such a diverse town, and it's so nice to see such a celebration as St Patrick's Day being celebrated in such glory here, and with such kind of a lot of diverse groups here celebrating together with the Irish Forum. It's so wonderful to see that.
Now your community centre does a lot of great work here to the wider community as well, not just Irish and not just Indian people, but various other communities.
Yeah, so in addition to our faith practices, we have a number of community classes that we open up to the wider community. And amongst the classes that we've had in the last year or so, we've had English classes, we've had computer IT classes, cooking classes, and sewing and dressmaking classes. And all of these have reached out to new communities and not just the Indian community.
Well, listen, happy St Patrick's Day to you, Sanjeev.
And happy St Patrick's Day to you and all the Irish friends here.
Everybody's loving good old country music. It's the music of the country. This country is my home. It's the music of the country. This country is my home.
Tom, you're a very lucky chairman because the sun is shining here today in Luton.
That's right. We had a Gaelic Mass today, so everybody was on their knees praying, and I think it worked today for us, yeah.
Well, it definitely did, and the crowds turned out in their thousands.
Well, that's right, and there was a lot of second and third generation Irish young people here as well.
It's great to see there's a lot of community building here in Luton.
Well, that's correct, and I mean you'd expect that the Irish here, they have their bacon and cabbage, but we have a great big relationship with Sanjay and his group who teach us Indian cooking, and we had a couple of sessions with them doing that, and we built relationships and understanding of people's culture and respect for one another, and I think that is, that is what's required.
Yeah, and of course you've got a great working committee here that's been working with you all through the last 12 months to get this underway. And I've got to mention a great townie of mine, Michael Cloonan. Of course, he comes from near me up in Ballygall. And you've got a few other Galway people.
We've got Michael Cloonan done a fantastic job for us organising this, and Pat Wallace, who arranges the parade and works so hard with us. And all year round, this is something that doesn't happen overnight. This is something they're working on all the time. And we've got a fantastic committee here, and they work all year round to get this up and really to showcase what we are here in Luton. The Lord Mayor said very good to us here, and they give us a lot of support, Luton culture as well. And yes, the Irish Embassy. Indeed, last year we had the ambassador himself here because it's 20 years since they set up the Irish Forum. We had Rose Gohan, who's worked so hard. I think she is the hardest working person in Europe at the moment because she's dealing with the passport. And there's a lot of loneliness as people get older, so being able to come out today and days like this and enjoying themselves, I think that's basically well worthwhile putting time into it.
Mark, welcome to Luton and of course St Patrick's Day Parade.
A pleasure to be here.
Now, is this your first time here in Luton with the Kings of Connacht?
It's our first time in Luton, but believe it or not our first time in London. We've been in Ealing Common before, in a lovely Irish pub, a few months back, I believe the name was John's Irish Pub in Ealing. But we're delighted to be in Luton, taking part in the Irish Festival.
Now, I know that you guys are very, very busy because you only flew in this morning.
That's all. Hectic schedule. Only flew in this morning. Jet lagged, but sure to put on a good show.
Well, look, there's great anticipation. The place is full out there in the square waiting for you lads to go on stage.
Oh, I believe the place is thronged with people, I hear, yeah.
Now, Thomas, tell me about the Kings of Connacht. How have you been doing since we last caught up with you?
Mighty now, thanks Martin. We're all keeping busy anyways, playing away and trying to balance it with college as well. So we're all in final year of college, so it's hard to kind of find a good balance between the two of them, but we're doing it.
Now, for our viewers that's not familiar with the Kings of Connacht, tell us a little bit about the type of music you play.
Yeah, so we're a 5-piece folk and ballad group from County Galway, play music from the likes of the Dubliners, the Furies, the Wolf Tones, Sean Kane, and then kind of throwing a bit of American bluegrass music into it as well for good measure.
Great stuff. See you later, lads.
Thanks a million, Martin. Cheers.
Cheers, Martin. Thank you very much.
Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger, and take me out at dawn and I will die.
Well, they're really celebrating St. Patrick's Day here in Luton, but now it's time for us to take a little break. See you soon.
Hello, I am Martin Logan from the Irish in the UK TV. I'm off to the Phoenix.
Welcome back to the show. Now, I've been joined by one of the best looking ladies here today in Luton, Mrs. Brown. Well, Mrs. Brown, I never saw you looking so beautiful.
I think you're trying to get off of me, but I won't tell anyone.
Well, I am, because I love your hair.
Oh, God. Yeah, you are a desperate liar.
Now, Mrs. Brown, we all watch you on the TV, but it's so lovely to meet you, and you've got such a beautiful figure.
Yeah, I know. I worked very hard on that. I had to be in the Phoenix pub in Luton, and it's a great place for Irish music and all that, you know. All the boys will be chatting me up, but I'm going to wait for you.
Oh, do you know, I'm so excited. We'll have some fun tonight.
I hope so. But I don't know how I'm going to get these tights off because they're killing me.
Oh, don't worry. I've got a big scissors there. We'll go to town on them.
Good man yourself. I knew I could depend on the man himself.
You got a lovely honour here today, didn't you?
I did. I got first prize for the best well-dressed woman.
And would that woman be from County Westmeath?
Oh yeah, the whole way from County Westmeath, but born in Offaly and reared in Westmeath. Oh.
So how long have you been playing Mrs. Brown?
2 years. And I'd say this is the last one.
Well, after you and I have been out on the town tonight, the pairers won't be seen around Luton for a while again.
Well, as long as you're not too hard on me now, it'll be all right.
Well, listen, have a good day, Mrs. Brown, and it's lovely to see you, and your lipstick is absolutely gorgeous.
Is it the right colour for you?
Just spot on.
I'd love to say hello and goodbye to everybody in Westmeath if they're watching at home.
From time to time we've been crazy, and sometimes we were lazy, but we were always Irish to the core. We have been many things to many men, but that won't change the way we are. Of this one thing we know we can be sure, for after all is said and all is done, and that judgment day has come, we know that we were Irish to the core.
Councillor, what a great day here today in Luton.
Absolutely fantastic. And for once the weather was good slightly chilled wind, but the atmosphere for the parade and everything else was superb. And it really is great to be associated with St Patrick's Day Parade with the Luton Forum. And the reason I'm here is I'm a councillor for Luton, but I'm also a director of London Luton Airport, and we like to contribute to various charities to enable them to do social work and things like that. And it's always been a pleasure for the last 5 or 6 years for me to come down here and participate. It really is a great day for the Irish, as they say.
And of course, it's lovely to see the tie-up with Luton Airport and the Irish community as well, because of course a lot of Irish fly in and out of the airport.
Exactly, and this is why we like to be all embracing, is that it's ideal for people to commute almost into London from here for 4 or 5 days and then go home at the weekend. And Luton is just in the ideal spot. Fast train, just over 20 minutes from St Pancras, which is incredible, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you had a very special job to do here today as well, Councillor, because we know that you had a special presentation to make.
We presented the prize to Mrs Brown, and I mean, she did take me back for about 30 seconds when I thought, I recognised the face and all the movements and everything, and I just couldn't put them together. And this lady who was doing the, participating as Mrs Brown, she really does the part beautifully. It was absolutely fantastic, and it really is. I'm very proud to be associated with the Irish Forum and St Patrick's Day, and London Luton Airport is also very proud to be part of it as well.
Lovely to meet you today.
We'll see all the places and story and song, and be so in love as we waltz along. We'll take in the beauty of this famous land, go fishing and walking along by the strand. We'll be singing and dancing, all this we will do, while waltzing through Ireland with you.
I'm work for the Luton Irish Forum. I'm the Youth and Heritage Officer, but I help out a big chunk of the festival. I help do all the communications and help recruit volunteers, and I've helped coordinate the family area of the festival. I'm also doing all the social media. We've had great engagement today. We've had so many messages wishing us a happy St Patrick's from the community. It's so great to hear from everybody.
Okay, now I know that you do great work with the Luton Irish Forum for the younger generation. Tell me about that.
Yes, so I'm particularly commissioned to engage new younger people with the forum, to engage younger people, and particularly second and third generation, in Irish culture and heritage projects.
It's great to see younger people being involved, and people like you, trying to get the younger generations and the second and third generations involved.
Yes, so we've got a really big community in Luton, and it's a really strong Irish community. So we've got lots of second and third generation here, and we want to carry on the festival. So it's been here for 20 years, we've grown up with it, and it's something we want to take on and make our own and continue for future generations.
Alicia, of course, you've had a really busy day. You're a volunteer here today with the St Patrick's Day Parade.
Yes, I've loved every last minute of it. I've been working with yourselves there as the camera crew, and it's brought me much nearer to people I wouldn't necessarily have spoken to. So I've made a lot of new friends today. It's been great.
Well, we've been lost here today only for you taking us around Luton with so much going on.
Yeah, it's been fantastic with the dancing. We braved the weather. We've had wonderful music, wonderful people, and it's just been a wonderful community event. My main involvement has been supporting Fiona, particularly with projects where we've looked at 100 significant Irish women of the last century, and we weren't short of 100 women at all. It's been an amazing experience, and we just really want to sort of keep people going through the generations, engaging with their Irishness in whatever way suits them.
Well done to you both, and you're both two great Dublin ladies, so congratulations. Up Sam! Sarah, tell me a little bit about Riggs and Jeels.
So Riggs and Jeels are a group of 5 friends. We were set up in 2016. We were asked to play for the gig rig in Ennis for the All-Ireland Fleadh, and we decided we'd get together and throw a few sets together, and after that we said we may as well stick together as a group, and ever since we've been playing festivals and gigs all around Ireland and Luton as well.
Now, of course, you've had great success over the last couple of years, haven't you? And I know that you played in Clare, and from there onwards you never look back.
That's it. So we're very lucky because there's 5 of us in it, and we're all actually from Tipperary, so we do get to practice quite often, and we're great friends as well, so anywhere we travel to we always have great crack.
Now, you're here in Luton today, and this is your 2nd year, I believe, back here.
That's right. So we were here last year and we were actually snowed out of it. So we were in the hat factory and we had such an amazing time. It was such a good show.
Now, you're all friends together, you're all mates, you're from near each other at home. That must be great for the band that you can get together so often and practice and record together.
Yeah, so it's actually great because even before we had the band, we would meet up regularly and play sessions at home, and we're actually all a member of an orchestra together, so we see each other quite regularly.
Okay, tell us about the music you play.
So we play Irish traditional music, and we've all played it since we were small kids, and all members of the group actually have a Munster title, if not All Ireland, so we have several medals between all of us.
And tell us about, if people wanted to find out a little bit more about Riggs and Jeels, how can they do that?
Okay, so Riggs and Jeels are actually on Facebook. They can see our Facebook page. There's pictures and videos, and there's a contact number there as well.
Well, we've had a fantastic time here celebrating St. Patrick's Day with the Luton Irish. Have you all had a good time? Well, it's been a great time, so we'll see you all next week, 7:30, Irish in the UK. Bye-bye.